not. Sure God no.
Welcome. If you're new here, be sure to click the subscribe button. Also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified about videos uploaded from this channel. The topics that we'll be discussing today: farmer chased and killed, Kadian, Demetri, plus 12-year-old shot dead in gun attack, teen take him own 3 points, and more. A 12-year-old boy reportedly died from injuries he sustained in a motor vehicle collision along the Hague Main Road in Trelawney on Tuesday morning. The identity of the child has not yet been ascertained. Reports are that the collision occurred about 7:30 a.m. when two motor cars, which were traveling in the opposite direction, collided along the roadway. The drivers of both vehicles, along with the 12-year-old occupant of one of the units, sustained injuries and were taken to the hospital, where the boy was pronounced dead. The injuries to the other two people are not considered life-threatening. I want to know when we are going to learn. For the past 2 weeks, I know we're going about 10 losing their 3 points due to accidents. That's if we not reach about 115-20. We need to take responsibility of our own actions. I'm not going to come here and go and like I want to pretty up nothing or lie to you and tell them so we can avoid all of the accidents that took place on a daily basis. No, we can't do that. But majority of them, yes, we can. Most of them are unnecessary bad, and it is due to speeding or overtaking, in which we're not supposed to do that on the road any at all. So yes, if we follow rules and regulations and be patient on the road, most of these accidents could have been avoided. Now look at it, we lost a young little soul in the midst of this. We don't know if speeding or overtaking was the cause of this. We don't know if a natural cause the vehicle seized up and you lose control of it. But either way, this is sad. Can you imagine of living with the regret of knowing that you were the one that was driving the vehicle when your relative lose his life? Up until the day you lose consciousness, that will be a major regret in your life. And with all of that being said, I'm going to take the time out and send out my condolences to his family. But now we're going to move on to our next teen, the one is tragic bad. But here's the story in details. A 15-year-old boy reportedly took his own 3 points in Brandon Hill area of St. Andrew on Monday. The teenager has been identified as Chad Lester, a student of Stony Hill in St. Andrew. Reports from the Stony Hill police are that sometime between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m., Lester was found hanging from a ceiling of a house with a sheet tied around his neck. A note was also found in the section of the house. Somewhat, I am lost for words, but at this point, I want to take the time out for ask everyone to pray for this child parents. We don't know what caused it, but I'm telling you something. Depression and anxiety is real. And for the most part, some of us believe that people with anxiety and depression want sympathy. While on the other hand, some of us believe that they are just seeking attention. But what we fail to understand on a daily basis is that they are not necessarily seeking attention. They express themselves how they believe that it is okay to do so. And for the most part, they just need somebody to understand them and not to sympathize with them. Some of us as parents, we don't take the time out to listen to our kids, and that can be a major role in something like this. So the picnic feels some type of way, they might try to explain themselves to them, they might try to express themselves, and you shut them down and run them away and tell them, say, for move from out on the face, they might look attention, or you don't have the time for foolishness, and you name it. 95% of Caribbean parents do not take the time out for understand and listen to their kids. Them feel as if once the child is being fed and being kept, that is all that matters. They teach us how to deal with our physical problems, but them don't teach you how to deal with the mind. And that is what is causing our problems today. Parents, want to take the time out for listen to your child, and not just listen, but listen with understanding. In addition to that, I am pleading with everybody to take the time out and check upon a loved one. Remember, the depression always come in at the form of overeating, oversleeping, or being sad and curl up. Most times, them happy and gonna joke every day, play out and laugh out every single day, and deep down, they are fading away. a toxic household, a toxic family, even relatives, in a really cut it, in a making no sense. Just imagine how the family feel after seeing that plus reading the note. Maybe them don't even have the strength to even stand up over that note and even try to read it. The ones that are curious might take it up and read it, but how them feel within themselves afterwards for no say, Chano Star, maybe I could have helped him now, but it's too late. Only look out for the people them. 3 men were shot, 2 fatally by gunmen, at an event in the deep rural community of KlLL in Claremont, St. Anne on Monday. The deceased are 38-year-old Kadian James, a chef, and 19-year-old Demetri RV, a farmer, both of KlLL district in Claremont. Reports from the St. Anne police are that about 3:30 a.m. on Monday, the 3 men were in the company of others at a premises where they were attacked by gunmen. 2 of the hoodlums were allegedly armed with handguns, while the other had a rifle. During the incident, the armed men attempted to rob some patrons. Shortly after, they opened fire, hitting James, Harvey, and another man before escaping from the area. James, according to the police, died at the scene while Harvey and the other man were rushed to the hospital. Harvey, however, was pronounced dead on arrival, while the other man remains admitted. The police are probing the development. Police are probing the shooting death of a man in Magotty, St. Elizabeth on Tuesday. Police identified the deceased as 47-year-old Courtney Dunkley, a farmer and resident of Cedar Spring District in Magotty. A police report said about 6:30 a.m. Dunkley was heading to his farm when a minibus with 2 men aboard drove up. One of the men alighted from the vehicle with a gun. Dunkley was chased and shot multiple times. The police were alerted and Dunkley was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Our farmer Dunkley do know. Why wanna have to chase the man? Why wanna have to run him down? The man run, I wanna still run him down just for take him 3 points. I always sending over farmer Dunkley. Viewers and subscribers, a phone time. I would love to hear what are your thoughts on all these stories down below in the comment section. Remember, everybody's opinion is valid, so you're not afraid to leave your thoughts down there. We have made it to the end of our next video. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys next time. I'm out and stay blessed and stay safe.